How did it feel when your mother did believe you and she did say, I'm sorry that happened to you?
It was scary because I thought he was gonna get in trouble, and I thought that, my family would be completely torn apart. I mean, when you tell something like that, it's pretty...
But this is when you're 11.
Yes.
And so then he's actually coming home at that time, right?
Yeah,
So
shortly after.
This confrontation takes place out in his vehicle in the driveway.
Yes.
You go out there with your mother?
She went out first and then called me out after.
Okay, and by the time she called you out there, had he flipped her?
Yes.
By the time you got out there, he had already convinced her not true.
Yes.
So when you got in the car, what was the attitude?
My mom didn't say anything the entire time we were in the car. My dad basically just started talking, and he asked me what made me feel uncomfortable. And before I could answer, he kind of answered for me and said, was it the cuddling? Cuddling on the couch, is that what made you feel uncomfortable? And I agreed. I said, yeah. And I was too afraid to say, no, it was the other stuff.
So this continues on.
Yeah.
Then again, you tell in 09.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're how old at 09?
You're
18.
18.
Okay. So you tell again, and does your mother believe you this time?
I thought she did.
She believes you initially,
Yeah.
and this is reported.
Yes.
But then you do recant. Why did you take back what you said?
Because I had the understanding when I told my counselor that this was between her and I. I did not want to pursue charges. I didn't want CPS involved. I didn't want my brother and sister to be torn apart from our family. I didn't want my mom to... I didn't want to hurt anyone. And he called me one day when the police showed up to the house, and he was running through the backyard towards his parents' house, or his dad's house, and I was on the phone with him, and I just remember him telling me that he didn't want to go to jail and he was scared, and I said, I'm so sorry, Daddy, I'm so sorry, I'll take it back, and I did.
But then this continued on after you were 18.
I love my family. I love my dad in ways that I don't even understand sometimes, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't tell him no. I could not please him. I didn't want to lose my husband. I didn't want to lose my daughter. I didn't want to lose my family. I didn't want to disappoint Earl. He was my best friend.
And what do you think now as you sit here today?
My dad never loved me.
My daughter Amanda is completely lying about my husband raping or molesting her. I know 150% that nothing like this happened. In 2009, when Amanda accused Earl of molesting her and recanted, she told me herself that she lied. She said she knew we were having difficulties in our marriage. She thought it would make it easier for me to leave and get custody of my other 2 children.
I never told my mom that I made up this molestation story to destroy their marriage.
When Amanda went back to the police last year with the same story, a lot of things just weren't adding up. Her dates and times weren't adding up. Places that she said it happened, she said that he tried to lift up her skirt on Mother's Day. She wasn't even wearing a skirt, she was wearing jogging pants. We even had multiple cameras in the garage and outside of the garage where she said a lot of the molestation happened that were hardwired to my TV. So when I hear all of these allegations, it makes it very hard to believe. I am convinced that Amanda did this solely for attention. Amanda has always wanted to write a book. This is a Lifetime movie, and Amanda wrote the script.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.